Hi, good day. How are you? My name is Gloria Adjoa Amwenima Kunedu. I'm originally from West Africa, Ghana, in the Asante region. My ancestors are from Ntunkumso, Efiduase. I'm the only child of my mother, Dosia Yabuafua Kwachi Echampon, but the firstborn of my father, James Guy Akwesi Awuro Kunedu. I have one son. His name is Gabriel Kwachi Jemfi, and I've been married 3 times. The first one in Strasbourg, France, the second in Brampton, Ontario, and the last in Ayeduase New Site in Ashanti region. I have one half brother from my father. His name is Kingsley Akwesi Echampon Kunedu. I started writing poetry in my teens, but published my first book in my late 20s. I say I write poetry to let out my feelings. I hope it brings you joy and pleasantry. It flows from me when I'm happy or blue to let out what I'm feeling from within. My first poem is Don't Go Out in the Rain. It can be found in my first book titled Life Lesson Poetry on page 9, and it was published under the name Adjoa Amwenima Kunedu. You can find that book on Amazon, www.amazon.com or www.amazon.ca. It's on all the Amazon sites all over the world. And it can also be found on www.lulu.com. Here goes. The rain falling silently on the aluminum roof. This is Don't Go Out in the Rain. Rain falling silently on the aluminum roof. Thunder clapping and calling me. Looking about and hearing laughter. I think my grandmother, her name is Grace Boatin Ekuya Sidwa. She is at the market and she will not see me. Innocent mind with developed body, not caring who sees what she doesn't realize, that she's becoming a woman, and yet she has the eyes of a child. Throwing myself on the smooth veranda, giggling with excitement and glee. Going outside my compound house to see if others were out and about as I. But to my surprise, no one was in sight. No one around my age, only Saturday churchgoers. Looking and pointing, then it dawned on me. Though I may not see my changing body, others do. And that is why my grandmother always said not to go out in the rain. I have other books that I've written as well, which is Life Lesson Poetry 2 or Life Lesson Poetry Oral Stimulation. In there you will find the poems Halo, Oral Stimulation, and Lick. I have a theory that now that we're in this new, sorry about the sound, it's my leg scratching. Now that we're in this new pandemic era, God has made me realize that through the olden days, people used to do sexual matching, rib matching, soul matching, ideal mate matching spiritually before they came together physically. And through the Holy Spirit and God making me realize that if you say this poem, I have another book titled Life Lesson Poetry 3 Spiritual Attraction that can be found on lulu.com also and on amazon.com. If you read that book, it'll explain to you what it is that I'm trying to convey. But it has in it my poem Lick, which is titled Lick. It goes, let me lick my lips. Think of the one that I'm with or you're with. Feel it a little bit and come. And then before you say that, you have to read oral stimulation, which goes, let my words enter your ears. Let it stimulate your soul to the core. When the vibrations of my sound or voice enters your tympanic membrane, let it stimulate you truthfully, spiritually, orally, and sexually. I also have other poems like Halo, which I I wrote out of things I've been through in my first marriage, and I think many women who have been through abuse can can feel what it is that which this poem is trying to convey. But here goes. It goes, I got the ring. I got the best ring of them all. I never got the friendship ring. I never got the engagement ring or the wedding band. I got the suffering. Through the hardest hoops of all I went through. For this I got what I deserve, which is the best man and ring of them all, God and his halo. I also have another poem which can be found in the Life Lesson Poetry Oral Stimulation. It's titled Messages in Time. I feel that our ancestors, through the Holy Spirit and God's guidance, have left messages for us that we must listen to so that we can become who we are in this life. And this is what this poem is about. Messages in time, left before your time to reach you when you are in time, to catch you up in time so that you will know who you are in time. Those are the poems that I would like to let you know about. But if you're interested in my work, I do poetry, I do short story, I do children's story. My children's story is called Adventures of Gabriel and Mommy. Stories by Array, Adventures of Gabriel and Mommy. It can be found on Spotify or Anchor. If you have any of those podcast apps, you can find it. You can find any of my books on the Biblio board in the Indie Writers section, or even in the Biblio board in the library system. You can find my name, just type Gloria, Gloria, Adwoa, Adwoa, Amoanima, Amoanimaa, Konadu, Konadu. And you can find my poetry books, my short stories that I have produced, that I have in the library system that you can read for free. But if you want to be a patron to me and you want to support me, please do go right ahead and purchase my books on Amazon or Lulu. I thank you for getting to know me. And for Culture Day, I say that culture is the amalgamation of different people with the same ideas who come together to form one nation and one culture. Just like Canada is an amalgamation of nations coming together to form one country with one culture. That is what I think Culture Day is to me. I thank you for listening to me. I hope you get to know me better by going through all the avenues that you need to go to find my work. And when you read, I hope God changes your life through the Holy Spirit in so many ways. Bye and have a blessed day.